Before we get started, we are all going to spoil every movie we talk about. So if you're listening, just know that. And I don't mean just the plot. We're also going to spoil your nostalgia good feelings for it.
Welcome to another episode of Dude, You Haven't Seen That? And with us today is
Alan Manning,
Brian Manning,
Bobby Robinson,
and Chad.
And me, Delirious. So, anyways, we're going to be talking about the movie Shot Caller.
Here's my very natural reaction. I've never seen Shot Caller.
I, too, have never seen the film Shot Caller.
Natural. Very natural.
Dude, you haven't seen Shot Caller?
Ah, he's so naturally angry.
Well, if you guys want to head to the prison multimedia room and we have a copy of Shot Caller on VHS, we can watch it there.
Oh, this is my favorite time of the class in school when they roll in the media cart.
The prisoner behind me always kicks my chair.
You should do something about that, Bobby.
No, please don't engage him. Just switch seats.
No. What can go wrong? We don't know yet.
Just sharpen a pencil and stab him in the neck.
Oh, man. Oh, no, Bobby just stabbed the dude in the neck.
Why?
He's got anger problems.
Bobby just saw Shot Caller.
So we have to give each other new prison names. Now Bobby, he can be called Stabby now.
I would rather
Stabby.
be called
Mr.
Bubbles.
Stabby. Bubbles.
I'm not going to call him Bubbles this whole episode.
I earned that name. Bubbles in my chocolate milk, my chocolate prison milk.
Chad would be,
My sassy girl.
yeah, sassy girl.
We just call him Sassy for short.
Sassy.
Yeah.
So we're all getting very fitting prison nicknames, much like the main character, Money, who got a nickname based on nothing that he does in the movie.
That's a good
Well,
point.
he's a stockbroker.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a stockbroker.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like if you're going to call the guy Money, you're going to use his ability, but none of it happens.
Okay, yeah, I see. It did seem like the easy nickname, not like not an uncomfortable nickname like Bubbles that he would not enjoy having.
Although I did like the nickname Bottles. I'm like, probably because of his glasses.
Yeah, that's what I thought,
the
too.
leader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't a leader.
He's the one that gave Money his name because he called Money Man.
Yeah, he called him
Was
Money
he
Man
the
and they called
shot
him-
caller?
No, the Beast is the Shot Caller.
The Beast.
Was he really though?
I bet you're wondering how they got here, listeners. Let's rewind.
You know the Beast? When at the end, the Beast, his last name was Manning.
Yeah,
The Beast Manning. Did you see
Jerry
that?
the Beast Manning.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. You guys both are the Beast.
Although I was waiting for the end of the movie to reveal that, Chad. But cool, it's cool.
No, Alan, I have bad news for you. In the Manning family, my cat is Beast Manning because literally when I started watching the movie, she bit me in the face so hard it cut my nose open and it wouldn't stop bleeding all day.
This is real.
This is real. She was reminding me she's the shot caller and I'm supposed to be holding her haunch fur at all times.
I'm actually very uncomfortable right now.
The problem with that cat that it used to be a stockbroker before it lived at Brian's house.
Yes.
Cat bit him on the face. He's like, money cat.
The cat deserves to be in a gang.
It didn't take much for her to become a killer, much like Money.
No, it did not take much for Jacob to turn. But anyway, where are we in this movie?
We haven't even started yet. Anyways, the 2017 movie Shot Caller, starring Jamie Lannister. I don't know his name.
Nikolaj Coster-Waldau. Nailed it.
Guys. Actually, I did know his name. I just didn't want to say it out loud. I wanted to hear you guys try it.
Jamie Lannister.
Jamie Lannister as Jacob Moneyman Harmon.
That's what I kept thinking of him too. I kept thinking of him as Jamie Lannister.
I mean,
And then when he's like gets all, with the facial hair and everything. And I was like, is that Jamie Lannister? Because that's the first time you see him. He's got all this facial hair. Yeah. I was like, is that Jamie Lannister?
Yeah, they use his facial hair as basically, because the movie jumps through different timelines of his events, and so they use his facial hair as a way for the viewer to easily keep track.
By the way, I was a viewer that could not keep track.
Okay, let's just break it down real quick, very quick. In the beginning, they show he has the full mustache,
the walrus mustache.
So that's the present day timeline, and then they cut back to before he goes into prison and his early prison stay. He's clean shaven. And then in that part before the present time, when he's well established in the Aryan nation, he has a full goatee.
Yeah.
So those three, when you see those three different facial hairs, it gives you an idea of when the events happen.
But the movie starts after he's done his 10 years or 7 years.
Where we see a full mustache.
He's being paroled.
Yeah. I thought it was two different guys. I was like, who's this well-to-do stockbroker guy that go gets tickets to the Pirates game, and then he gets in a car accident? I'm like, I bet he hit the mustache guy. And they were both driving cars at the same time, and then I was like, wait, why do they keep showing these two people?
You actually thought they were two different people?
I thought they were two different people the whole time. I thought this was some kind of Crash movie.
Crash, but with a prisoner.
But he run into each other, and now it's like, oh no, I fucked with a prisoner.
Did anyone else think that?
No.
No.
Okay.
I didn't know that was both. I guess Jamie Lannister doesn't look the same to me.
I think
with the walrus mustache.
Yeah, I think Bobby's just racist. He can't tell the white people apart.
I think they don't look the same to me. They don't look the same to me. I don't see it through that spectrum. even when they're playing themselves, I still don't see them as the same.
Yes, that's true. Bobby thought they were two different people, not the same guy.
And I'm opposite racist.
So when the movie begins, he appears to be fully established as a high-ranking member of the Aryan. Do we say Brotherhood Nation? I don't know. Yeah, let's just say
Aryan Brotherhood in prison, according to the movie. They use a lot of prison jargon that I sat through 4 seasons of Orange is the New Black, and I saw the first few minutes of an episode of Oz, and I was still lost with their prison lingo.
Which ones did you get?
Validated. Oh, he's validated. And I'm like, that must mean he's recognized in the Aryan Brotherhood. No, that just means the cops have his tattoos on file. Like a prison, like a parking ticket. And everywhere they went, who's got the keys? I was like, what does that mean?
Who's a key holder?
Yeah, does that mean shot caller? I don't know what that means.
I thought it meant the guy that closes and opens the prison.
I don't know. Like the guard?
He's the key holder. He's in charge of
Bottles was the key holder in the first place. And then I don't know.
I don't know if Bottles was a good example of what a key holder was either, because Bottles
neither is Beast. They said Beast was a key holder.
Areas of the prison, so I think Bottles was the key holder of the area of the prison he ran.
What does key holder mean?
I think he's the shot caller in that area.
I really think it does mean the guy. He's the manager. He opens and closes the Aryan Brotherhood.
He just opens the door when he just opens the door whenever he feels like it lets himself out.
Yeah. Corporate terms and say key holders are middle management.
Yeah, it's corporate terms.
I thought Beast was holding the keys.
Beast is the CEO. He's the shot caller.
He's the regional manager.
He's the regional manager of the Aryan Brotherhood.
Yeah.
I was lost.
I mean, we're kind of meant to be thrown into the whole thing and lost, aren't we? That's kind of why they tell the story in a different order.
I mean, I suppose, but it felt like you were supposed to study prison culture going in because they use the term so freely, even outside of the prison.
I think you were just supposed to be as confused as Jamie Lannister or Jacob was as when you see all these terms being thrown out.
Possibly.
You know what's crazy is the movie starts with him in prison, right? He gets out and it's first day out, and then the guys are like, "Yeah, we're gonna have a big night tonight," and I'm like, "Oh no, they're gonna party." Then they go to the house party. I was like, I hate every house party scene in every movie because I'm just always filled with anxiety.
This was thankfully short, but ended in a high anxiety moment.
I know.
Also, John Bernthal, shotgun in this movie. He seemed higher ranking than Money, and then when he's out, he's like subservient to ranking. Money.
I'm there's no explanation for that.
Yeah, I'm like, why is this called shot caller? Who's calling the shots?
Brian Seinfeld was confused.
I think Jamie Lannister just did a bunch of shit that like made him look like a crazy person, and that's what made him.
Brian, let's just say he climbed the corporate ladder faster than Shotgun.
Yeah, you see what
to that structure.
We don't see what yet, but we see what Money was willing to do, and Money was willing to do everything to get that.
Yes,
to join the crew. It went from he had that money fund manager lifestyle, perfect life, wife and kid, tickets to the basketball game, drunk driving accident. Now he's in jail, and he's like, I'll do whatever it takes to survive jail. Because his attorney was like, you have to do whatever it takes to survive jail.
And he's like, right away, he's willing to just pick fights in the yard on day one.
I don't know. He had 18 months too, right? Like he could have had like 18 months and probably would have gotten out earlier.
This guy who clearly just like he drives a car with side airbags is willing to throw it all away just to get into a fucking fist fight in the yard with the first black guy he runs into.
And you don't
want to get punked.
You know what threw me off too about that car wreck? Like everyone else in the car was like clean and maybe just a little bit of blood, and that dude in the back seat, he was just
on the far end of the car of the collision.
Yeah, he was just completely bloodied up and fucked up, and he's the only one that died.
That's another thing I don't like in drama movies like this is a car full of happy passengers driving at night. Because I'm like, that never ends well in a drama. No. It always ends in a car crash. Tragedy.
Like the movie Crash.
So I was filled with anxiety on that drive home.
What's going to happen. And then Tony, the way the guy died, he got crushed under Jamie Lannister's cloud. He's like, oh God, he's too much of a big of an actor for this movie, and he just got outdone.
I think what happened was that truck hit him or whatever, that car hit him, and then the dude in the truck or whatever that was got out and beat the shit out of him.
I was right. It was the guy
running the red light.
The prison Jamie Lannister came from the future, ran into their car. Prison shake the guy in the back seat.
He's like, the only way this plan works is if I get myself sent to jail.
Yeah, that's how that's the whole
but
thing.
They had to come in at 2 hours, so they cut all of that out. So we can only
that's why they tell the movie in a different order.
Oh yeah, because they showed the it jumped back and forth in the timeline. That's how you knew it was a time travel movie.
It's usually how time travel movies work.
Yeah.
I mean, Memento, the time travel movie.
Yes.
But his first day or first night or whatever the hell it was. I mean, when he first gets there, that night, he's like, he sees somebody get raped. He hears it out.
I mean, was he raped?
The dude, yeah.
What did you think?
Hold on, I'm curious what Chad thinks happened.
Maybe they're just talking to him like very harshly.
No, what they did was they gagged him and then they made him do calisthenics. That's what they were doing. That's all the grunting was.
I mean, in the morning he looked exhausted, so he probably did a lot of.
Yeah, he did a lot of push-ups.
And how are they going to have one officer in that whole room and then he leaves?
Come
on.
I suspect a lot of the prison behavior in this movie is exaggerated for cinematic effect.
Yeah,
and to scare suburban white people.
Does every prison movie have to have a rape scene?
Yes.
It's by law.
It's like I said, this is scared straight for suburban whites.
I think the prison guard was paid off by like hand jobs and stuff.
Let's say yes, he was paid off, but like that was revealed at the end. Was that the same prison guard?
They don't show.
Okay. No, the prison guard that was in there was a black dude.
Okay.
Did you see how
all prison guards look alike to me? I can't tell. artist.
How quickly it escalated from him putting something up his butt till him like
Murdering a man?
Yeah, like murdering a dude. It like went from that to that.
You know what?
Yeah,
I think hiding contraband up there is the gateway. It unlocks the murder mode. You're like, if you're willing to cross that line,
then you got to murder somebody.
But first of all, they were like, they hand him that dark balloon full of, we assume, drugs, right? You got to hide this. And I'm like, it's always a dark colored, sinister looking balloon. Like, what if it was like bright party color balloons?
Yeah, like,
They never do bright color balloons in movies.
No, you guys have to remember the handoff afterwards. You need a dark balloon. You can't have like a zebra print balloon that could be spotted.
I think that whole scene where like he had to put that up his butt, I think that was like all like they were just testing the guy, because he does that, right? That night he puts it up his butt and then comes out to the same yard and then gives it back.
No. They didn't give it to him.
Someone else gave it to him. He needed
From
to bring
the
it to
outside.
the yard.
He got it from the outside. I like Tony's theory better though.
No,
It's
I like that part. If they hand it to him and then he throws it in the trash, you go, you passed the test.
Or they just open the balloon and it's just dirt from the yard and they're just dumping it back out. Like, good job.
He opens it and then it's like gum.
And that'd be gross if the guy like took out a stick of gum and then put it in his mouth.
Yeah, he's just chewing it. He blows a bubble and it pops in Money's face.
Yeah.
It's really Beast is slowly tunneling his way out of the prison, and those balloons are filled with a wall carving. It's a very extreme Shawshank Redemption situation.
Yeah.
Like, we don't wear pants with pockets like in Shawshank.
Yeah, the Beast
We gotta
can't
get this
stroll in the
dirt
yard
away.
like everyone else. So he has to smuggle his wall debris out a different way.
So this, I mean, did anyone else notice how white this movie felt?
I just looked at the cast. It's entirely white cast.
Hunted by a black cop. It felt very pro-white organization.
I felt like the guys that were playing the cops, the like three of them that were the cops. I thought they were good actors to be in the prison too. Like if they were probably going for the same roles, and they're like,
but you got to be the cops.
Yeah, you got to be the cops in this one.
Someone's got to be the cops. Like, the cops, they don't do nothing in this movie.
Because he had the big handlebar mustache too. He could have been the SA. What's his name?
I thought.
Oh, the guy at the end, or the guy that sets up the gun deal, or not sets up, but the guy that they're doing the gun deal with.
You're talking about the cop, though, right?
Yeah,
the cop, the partner of the guy that gets shot in the beginning.
Yeah.
I thought I could have sworn that dude with the big mustache, the cop. I thought he was. I was like, is that Lou Diamond Phillips? I swear to God, that's Lou Diamond Phillips. I was too lazy to look it up.
That's Benjamin Bratt. I think he's an actor that gets often confused with Lou Diamond Phillips.
Was it? Wait, was it?
Yeah,
I think so.
He's like
wow.
I forget his name, but yeah,
Benjamin Bratt.
Yeah, I think it's that.
I mean, he should be so lucky because he was in that god awful Catwoman.
Oh, he's gross.
If I was Benjamin Bratt, I'd be like, no, I'm Lou Diamond Phillips. I was in Bats, not Catwoman.
I was La Bamba.
I'm La Bamba. So anyways, did anyone else just automatically be suspicious of Shotgun from the moment he was on camera? Like, I don't trust him.
Outside of the prison, yes.
I don't trust him. Yeah.
You know, because he picks him up at the beginning.
Yeah.
From the prison. And like I as soon as I saw him, I was like, holy shit, the Punisher and Jamie Lannister in the same movie?
But I'm like, he's all like, hey, whatever you want, brother, I got it. And I was like, I'm holding the door open for him. I was like, I'm suspicious of that dude.
Yeah.
He's just like too friendly. Like,
yeah. And then and honestly, the reveal of why we didn't trust him, I wasn't expecting. I was not expecting him to be a police snitch.
Yeah. Because his old lady, I was like, well, who's his old lady? What was she?
They don't show. I thought it would be like, oh, I'm jealous that you surpassed me on the ladder, on the corporate ladder.
When he gets to that party, you can just tell that everyone's like looking at him, like they're all impressed with him, you know?
Yeah.
Like they're starry-eyed teenage girls. Yeah. Like, oh, money's here.
But I mean, it feels like they cut a lot out of this movie, though. It seemed like so much happened so fast, and then we don't know why Shotgun is doing what he's doing. I mean, they say it, but it doesn't feel earned.
My old lady got caught. I got to get her out of jail. She's my life. She's my whole life, man.
Yeah, I want to say, oh, she's your whole life, huh? What's her name?
My old lady.
Yeah. Then the fact that how did that kid from Afghanistan get all those guns?
He tells the story in the diner.
Yeah, he said that
it
he
seems
paid
implausible still, though.
Yeah, like
okay. I mean,
all the contractors. He said over there.
Yeah, but still, how do they sneak it all over? I mean, that's a lot of guns.
They're military contractors. When he says contractors, I think he means those like Blackwater, the security, the privatized security people.
But still, they can't. You can't just get. Is it like the full team of contractors was in on it, and they only wanted 100 guns?
They just marked it down as something else. And once the people asked, they're like, "Are there really T-shirts in these boxes?" And they're like, "Yeah."
I mean,
they're size AK.
These wooden crates of T-shirts feel heavy.
Yeah, they're medium Glock. They're just like, they got him back. Don't worry about it. This whole movie, and you're worried about how the guns got here.
Let's not worry about the logistics. This kid in Afghanistan found thousands of guns, and now he wants to sell them now he wants to like help the Aryan Brotherhood make a gun trade.
But he doesn't want to join a gang, though.
I like how they were like, look, man, I don't want to be joining no gang. Like, oh, he's a good guy in the Aryan Brotherhood.
No, because he's like, oh, this guy kept talking up the Aryan nation, and I had to sell these guns for him.
Oh, but no, I don't want to join you guys. I'm cool. I just want to live vicariously through your racist deeds.
He's a fighter guy too, and he'll just give up his truck to a leader.
Yeah, he did that pretty quick too.
Yeah, I thought he was in the gang. I thought he was just not like, I thought he was an initiate.
I mean, we think he's all the way in until he goes, I don't want to be in. You're like, wait, that makes no sense. What you're saying and what you're doing are not meshing.
I thought he was trying to get validated till I found out validated was a bad thing.
I honestly, until you just now mentioned that it meant your tattoos were on file, I thought it meant you became an actual member with you get the special tattoos.
I just thought it meant like they know who you are, kind of validated. Like,
they asked the guy, they asked him like, did you got any more tattoos after you left or whatever? And he's like, shamrocks or he's like very specific.
The AB for the Aryan Brotherhood.
Yeah. So and he's like, that's only for.
I'd go in with a rainbow pride tattoo. That way I could be,
doing calisthenics in the gym on the first time.
Your prison stay will be much easier.
I dare say
don't fight them when they do calisthenics.
I dare say the guy that got butt raped had an easier time in prison than Money did.
I mean, yeah,
he didn't have to participate in a gigantic race riot. I assume
a gigantic race holy war in a prison.
Okay,
can we describe that scene? Everyone gets armed at once.
Iron up.
And somebody grabs a wooden pencil, and he's like, "I'm ironed up."
I said iron.
Is that big like prison room like before you get a cell kind of thing, or is it just like for like the lower offense?
I think that's like before you get a cell. You talking about that big gymnasium with the
all the beds.
Well, I mean, there were some veterans in that room then.
A sleepover room.
Who knows?
That repeat people just coming back for more stay in that prison.
So it's all about prison overcrowding then. That's why we need private for-profit prisons.
No, that's a social commentary on prison recidivism.
Oh, okay, yes.
On the horrors of prison recidivism.
Wait, you think this movie that was very pro-Aryan Brotherhood was worried about recidivism?
I think they were just trying to spread alertness about not getting the bottom bunk in a prison.
Yeah, you want top bunk, bro. I noticed all the new guys had bottom bunk. Okay, let's just
you better stab somebody.
Let's do a quick talk up to the riot where he gets in prison, fights the guy, meets Bottles, tells him he's willing to do whatever, smuggles in the balloon of gum, and then they were like, the high-ranking essay is like, "Hey, man, we're about to attack the black group. You guys. I don't know if the white people are like
supposed to be in on that. I thought they were supposed to be working together, but they were
team up 2-on-1." Then Money's like, "Yo, man, I don't want to be in a riot," and then the guy's like, "Hey, just stay off camera, hang back, just look like you're doing your part, and you'll be okay." Then the giant holy war race riot starts, and then he's just in there stabbing dudes and fight. I know he's defending himself, right?
No, he got triggered into the thrill of war. He Jamie Lannistered out. He's like, I know.
Okay, but my question is, at the point, there's one point where he sees across the yard the essay is about to get jumped by someone else and attacked. Why does he save that guy?
They were told that to protect him like your own, like right before that, before the fight started.
So I mean, honestly, if you're gonna run across the yard and save a dude like that, you want to be all the way into the Aryan Brotherhood. He's not trying to hide. He's trying not to riot anymore. He's not trying to just do his time and get out.
So that was a resume move, you're saying?
That was the turning point in the film where you're like, he's finally accepted his family.
I think when you're if you're on the playground like that, like no, I forgot the prison yard. But if like everyone around you starts killing each other, you can't just stand around going, "Well, not part of this."
No, he's defending himself when he gets attacked, right? So you're like, I know he doesn't want to be part of the riot, and he's defending himself. But why, when the other guy, like you have no vested interest in the group, you don't have to save anyone. You can look like, "Oh, I didn't see it," or "I'm trying." But he went all the way out of his way to save that guy, to show his loyalty to the Brotherhood.
Well,
what Alan's saying is Jacob uses slurs in real life before prison. That's what he's trying to say.
Dude, I had a feeling because this transformation was so quick into the Brotherhood.
Yeah, he's a rich white guy.
I'm like, maybe Jacob was super racist before all this got started. He was doing that thing where we pointed a bunch of Mexicans in front of the Home Depot. He's like, "That's why we need a wall."
Honestly, did we see him shirtless in the flashback scenes with the white pride tattoo across his back?
He already had those white pride tattoos when he got in.
He's like, "Save your ink. I'm already inked up."
Hey, that's another move. Do you have to be like, "I'm all the way cool with you writing white pride across my back"?
And not just a little bit. Okay, that was a giant tattoo.
Yeah. Is there a subtle way to turn that one down? Like,
yeah.
Nah, man, how about like the Warner Brothers logo or something? Or Superman. I'll just say I'm Superman.
Yeah, hey man, we're gonna tat you up with white pride on your back. Cool? No thanks, I'm good.
You don't want to be part of the Brotherhood. So no,
I got sisters. I got sisters. I can't just say Brotherhood, and it's misogynistic.
Yeah, which obviously is portraying the Aryan Brotherhood in a more positive light.
Did you hear Bottles in the beginning? They're very modern. They were accepting all members.
The fact that they were joining up with the essays to in the gigantic race riot.
Aryan Brotherhood's like very forward thinking.
This is their daddy's Aryan Brotherhood.
Yeah, we're open-minded. They have a PowerPoint presentation now. Aryan Brotherhood just has stock footage of people smiling in family photos. On their
Oh my god.
Aryan Brotherhood stock photos.
Yeah.
So anyway, saving that dude got him into the area with the Beast, right? Where he finally met the Beast.
Yes.
So yeah, I guess that's that was the ladder climb moment.
But there was another shot caller they kept mentioning but never showed, and they just stressed how he's like a snitch or something like that.
I didn't hear. I heard Bottles. I heard the Beast. And who was
like
the other
Falcon guy? Or Red Hawk or something like that.
A
name like that.
Redwood.
Redwood. He didn't snitch. He was just a shot caller then, and he murdered somebody. He murdered a guard.
Yeah,
so he went to death row. Okay, so he went to death row. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he took his place then, Jacob Money.
Did something happen to Bottles?
Bottles
he just kind of disappeared, huh?
He transferred out of Bottles' department.
Department. He got his own corner office. You get the office right next to the Beast.
Well, he got promoted over Bottles, so.
Yeah, look at you. He's like, you get your own office, so you have to share it with this guy.
We do calisthenics as a group here, like a Japanese corporation.
We also do squats where I sit on your shoulders. It's really fun here. We do a lot of team building exercises.
You know what? When I saw that scene, I'm like, wait, is he wearing a towel around his waist? Which means there's nothing there. There's a lot of junk on neck action. Or is that, okay, no, he's wearing boxer shorts, which is just very thin fabric between neck on junk action.
And that reminds me of my next part. That's ad read. Have you tried MeUndies? Try MeUndies.
You want to lay that modal between you and the junk.
That nice, comfortable modal that they use in prisons. If that's all you get to wear, you might as well wear the best underwear. MeUndies.
Use offer code SHOTCALLER.
Back on the outside world with the present day long mustache Money, where he realizes Shotgun is a snitch and he has to sneak out of his apartment, his hotel room. He does that move where he rips sheets into fabric strips. And I'm like, everyone is so strong in movies that they can just rip fabric into sheets or into strips like that. And I know once it's started, it's easy, but I'm like, they never show anyone starting the rip because that's a very hard start.
With that move with the teeth, like you're trying to open 80s plastic bags.
He didn't even use his teeth. He was like all arms. He used his white power.
I didn't understand why he had to go out through the window. That's one thing.
I don't know why did he have to tear up all those sheets.
He was being watched.
He knew the guy. Yeah, he saw the stakeout car across the street.
But why do you have to tear up the sheets just to tie the bars back in place?
Yeah.
You could have just used the whole sheet and tied it to like the towel bar.
Now that you use that logic, of course that makes sense.
I mean, he's a smart man.
Hey, you know what? He's Aryan Nation. They're very experienced in torn sheets.
Did he? Okay, now honestly, did he really need to tie the gate back to the window? Because white sheet holding the iron gate back to the window is very suspicious already.
So just have the bars leaning against the wall would be easier.
He never went back to that room once he left, I assume, right?
No,
because he left like the stuff out for the cops to see.
So then he goes to the Home Depot or whatever and buys a very suspicious assortment of goods.
He buys the serial killer pack.
Yeah, he buys the serial killer starter pack. And then the guy, I wonder if, when people like the checkout people ever see stuff like that and then they're like, I don't get paid enough to care.
It's not like you're gonna go ahead and ask somebody who's getting all this plastic stuff and
who are you killing?
Yeah. apparently you after you get off.
It's like, hey, if you want me to snitch, you got to pay me a living wage.
Yeah. So obviously they don't get paid to care enough. They get paid enough to care. So the guy's ringing it up. He's like a jumpsuit, duct tape, rope, 2 knives, plastic wrap. Here you go.
Good luck with that drywall.
So he had cash, right, from the prison?
Yeah.
Does that seem weird?
Oh, he had a whole bunch of cash from like I don't know what he was doing. He was like he had like
$135,000.
Yeah,
that's probably like his pre-prison money.
Well, his wife didn't know about it. She was like, I don't know how you got this money. I don't want your blood money.
Yeah,
she said it was clean, but none of that.
Maybe they cut out the part where he got his prison nickname money, where he really earned it by doing prison money,
by doing washing money for dirty guards.
Yeah, they're like, we got to cut the scenes. This is just more Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, he's pretty much balancing their books.
We have to cut the scene where they have beers on the roof.
Have you guys even seen Shawshank Redemption? No, what's that? Then they watch it. Oh man, we got to cut a lot, like half this movie out.
This is a 4-hour epic. Now it's gonna be 2 hours. No one's gonna know what's that. We gotta cut the time machine out.
Guys, we bought a boat for no reason now.
We had permits to film in Ziwatnea.
Morgan Freeman shows up for the shooting. Like, no, Morgan.
Yeah.
He goes to Shotgun's house and stabs him to death. And then when the cop finds him, uses the handkerchief to carefully pull the phone out of his hand and then just uses thumbs all over the screen.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? What did that even mean?
I like the part when Shotgun's dying and Shotgun goes, "I ain't no punk ass," and it's like, well, you're pretty much dying like one right now.
I'm like, who's that too? Shotgun? Who are you trying to... You're bleeding like a bitch. It's like, hey, no fuck, bitch. But you're going down like one, so...
I don't know what to tell you.
And they lead to that climactic, the whole movie was setting up the big gun deal that the kid found, right? Mm-hmm. But then, what's his name? The Beast gives Money his orders from prison. Well, first of all, I love the Beast line when he's like,
"Oh, Alan got indoctrinated by the white power." Yeah,
no, the Beast is like, he's like, "The guards think they own us. We run this place," the Beast said from his cage. But then he gives Money his order, and he's like, "Welcome," he's a welcome brother. He's all family, or he's like cool. But then the moment Money seems like he might not want to do the thing, he's like, "We're gonna murder your family if you don't." You're like, what? That's a nice brotherly welcome, dude. It's like, is he in the family or not?
Yeah, that doesn't seem very pro white power for this film.
No, but it sets up a very weird ending. The big arms deal where they open up the storage container and the guy just unnecessarily throws glow sticks in there so they can unload. Like, there's lights everywhere.
And the whole storage facility
is well lit.
I imagine that guy, everybody showed up like, hey, I got flashlights. Everybody brought flashlights? I brought my glow sticks. John, when are we going to use your fucking glow sticks, John? And he's like, he just cracks them and throws them.
Yeah, I mean, the parking lot was well lit. Everybody had flashlights.
John had to throw his 3 glow sticks because he felt like he had to contribute.
Yeah,
it was like 5 of them.
I brought these from Afghanistan.
Yeah. Are guns with serial numbers from other countries really untraceable? I don't get that part.
They're not in the database.
They're just not in. Okay, because they say
the U.S. database,
totally
the ATF database.
Untraceable. Is like, is it really totally untraceable?
Yeah, I mean, it's just Hollywood writing. Actually, I think I was expecting Money to just nod and go, "I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm a money guy, not a gun dealer.
Yeah. I'm not a licensed gun dude."
He's like, "Guys, first time I've been out of prison since I went in jail for being a stockbroker. This is the first time I've seen a gun."
Yeah, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I was about to say, I need the gun deal explained to me, because why is he alerting the cops? Why is he like ruining the gun deal?
So he can get busted.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. When it happened, but while it was happening, I'm like, why is he doing that? I need
they were
to
trying
explain what this.
They were trying to like catch us with some big twist, like we're supposed to be like stunned.
Also, I don't get. Hey, I got 1,000 guns, and later in the movie, he's like, "How many guns do you really have, kid?"
Yeah, what was that about?
Like, I don't know what that.
Because he knew he was hiding more guns.
I know, but why? Why do we as a viewer? Yeah, how does he know? And why do we as the viewer need to know he's hiding 1,000 more guns?
But also, what's the point of having another 1,000 guns?
Dude, that sweet scene in the end.
That's all it's for.
That's all it is.
All it's for. Sweet scene in the end, bait.
The heartwarming scene of a criminal being a good guy.
I like this Aryan guy, the cop said.
The black cop said.
Black cop says.
The whole reason that he set himself up and all that stuff and got, taken back to prison was so that he could kill the Beast.
Who he was totally fine with until the Beast threatened his family.
Yeah.
And now he's like, I don't want to be in the Brotherhood anymore.
No, he's like, I should be in the Brotherhood now.
Yeah, he was going to run it.
He's like, I want the ultimate promotion.
What I'm saying is he's totally fine with the Brotherhood until the Beast threatens his family. And Dad would say, no, You've gone too far, sir.
And that one phone call, he gets like, it's like just him sitting there for a minute and then realizes like, all right, I need to kill this guy and lead the Brotherhood. I'll do it.
And here's my plan. I'm all of a sudden an expert at picking cuffs and hiding razor blades.
He took so much out of this. I'm like, how much did he learn about prison? He's like, I know too much.
He's probably smuggled so many balloons. That hole is just another pocket to him.
He's like, he was
like he has holes in his pants and underwear, so he didn't even need to pull them down to retrieve items anymore.
He was so cocksure of his shit plan that he thought as soon as he was getting arrested, he'd be right next to the jail, right next to the very same cell as the fucking leader. Like,
yeah, no, that's because Beast called for that meeting because he needed to let him know that
he had to be transferred to that jail again, and then he had to be like specifically put there by the system.
Had to smuggle that too real deep too, because every movie I've seen in prison, you got to bend over, squat, and cough. While people are looking up there for stuff, while people are looking in that pocket.
Deep pocketing a chapstick.
That's another prison term we learned. Deep pocket. We think it means rich, but nah. It means well smuggled.
It means you're a shot caller.
Is that why they called him Money? Because he had deep pockets?
See, that's the twist. That's how he earned the prison nickname.
Yeah, they're like, look how deep his pockets go. You hide out for days.
Also, I mean, like one guard and no cameras or anything in that yard area seems very like that's like it looked like a supermax prison with minimum security guards and surveillance, because he murders Beast with that blade, which is a brutal killing, and then he's like, "Here's the story you're going to tell."
I think maybe the prison guard knew that there was no cameras or something like that.
But why are there no cameras?
But because, what I'm saying is he probably knew there wasn't a camera over there. That's why he would bring him Beast, the guys, you know.
Yeah, like because the guard was in on it because he's accepting payments.
Who designed the prison to not have cameras in that area? Maybe Aryan brother contractors.
Who's the architect that called the shots?
By the time they were putting the cameras in, they're like, well, we kind of run out of funding for these cameras, so just put one of those ones that you buy from like Walmart. You know, it's just like not even a real camera; it's just got like a little light on there.
The decision came down to like, we need to put more cameras, and then somebody said, "What are you going to do? Watch prisoners? Where are they going to
go?" There's prisoners all over. Just look at some other ones. Oh yeah, you're right.
These guys aren't going nowhere.
So yeah, he kills Jerry the Beast Manning. Yeah. And now he's the shot caller. So is his plan now? I'm gonna ruin the Brotherhood from the inside by giving him tips?
I think we're supposed to believe that he's gonna run a friendlier Aryan Brotherhood, because this is very pro white power. This movie, we're supposed to be happy that he took over.
Yeah, this feels like the Aryan Brother recruitment video that Battle Los Angeles was for the Marines.
You know that anybody can be the Aryan Brotherhood leader, even you.
Yeah, even you. Everyone now. Look, we're working with essays on gun deals. I gave a tip to a black cop. I'm willing to work with black cops.
We should have known right away, because Jacob was a white collar worker. So we should have seen this coming. This is kind of a side note. Were there consequences with the essays about the gun deal going wrong? Do they suspect Money as being the one that, or no? Because he kind of gave them a look, like a stink eye look while they're getting arrested. Or was he more like, man, this sucks, bro. We're both arrested. I think he was promised that the deal was going to go smoothly, and it didn't. So he was giving him the "you're in trouble" stink eye.
But he's not in trouble because he's the shot caller.
They're setting up the sequel.
Shot Caller 2. Money's coming for you. Oh, that's good. That's good. I like that.
Get working on that sequel, Tony.
Yeah, I'll write from the essay side.
Just near De Niro.
Yeah,
that's not a bad idea.
It's a bad idea. Listeners,
No.
that's a bad idea.
No, I like that. The sequel is like now
Shot
we're
caller
telling
where
you
it's
from the
about-
essays. It's a trilogy because then the third one's about the black gang view.
I don't like this.
Yeah, okay, let's not glorify prison gangs any more than they already have in Shot Caller.
Even in the giant holy war race riot, it seemed to be glorifying prison violence.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to become a brotherhood after this, so.
All right. What are we rating Shot Caller?
All right. Well, I have to unfortunately give this movie 1 star because the real Shot Caller is staring at me from the couch right now.
I get more uncomfortable hearing that your cat bites you on the face.
Very hard. Like it bled on and off all day on Saturday. And it was the hardest she's ever bit me.
It's time to take her out.
No,
she's
the
a
Shot
shot
Caller.
Brian is not money.
I'm not. I have not smuggled contraband in the deep pocket yet, so I haven't hit the switch.
He hasn't unlocked murder mode.
But this movie's too pro white power for me, so I'm gonna have to give it 1 star. Chad, Tony.
Oh, I was gonna say I'll give it 5 stars. It was actually, I mean, even though it was like white power, all that stuff, at least it was an interesting watch because you see how the other side lives.
The other side.
Yeah,
The white side.
yeah.
Chad.
Alan. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Alan. I don't know. I don't know who's rating anymore.
The same thing. Even though it seemed weirdly pro Aryan Brotherhood, it was a good movie. I give it 5 stars.
I'm not going to say anything. Someone else has to rate it now.
Chad.
I give it 5 stars. I liked it. I wasn't in the mood to watch it last night, but then after like the first 10 minutes, I just kept watching. I couldn't stop.
Bobby.
Bubbles. He goes by Bubbles.
Wait,
Bubbles.
Yo, dog. It's me, Bubbles. I give the movie 1 shank.
1 shank.
Spoken like a man who was forced to do calisthenics on his first night.
I wouldn't say forced.
Volunteered for calisthenics.
Yeah. I was just lying in the middle of the room. I'm like, the guard left. Anyone up?
No one's gonna snitch.
The only mattress spring creaks, you hear people rolling away from him to act like they're fully asleep.
Like they're still asleep.
I'm just lying with my ass up singing a thong song.
Don't make eye contact with Bubbles.
So Bubbles just rates his experience in the prison 1 shank.
1 shank. 1 shank would not do again.
All right, let's pick the movie that we're going to watch next.
We have 8 movies.
Movie number 1.
Johnny Mnemonic. 1995 Keanu Reeves vehicle. Keanu Reeves is a data courier trying to cure a plague in this Atari 2600 version of The Matrix.
Wow. I'm in.
Okay.
You guys are in for a good
Chad?
time. Trust
You
me.
have 3 vetoes, Chad.
I haven't seen that movie in like 25 years. So
So you're in?
I'm in.
Brian vetoes this movie.
It's dangerous. Wait, you just used your last veto on
I
yourself?
used my last veto because I know I already like that movie. I was trying to veto Hidden Gems. I already know that's a gem.
Really, honestly, Brian was sparing himself Bobby's scathing criticisms of Johnny Mnemonic.
Have you seen Johnny Mnemonic, Bobby?
No, I've never seen Johnny Mnemonic.
The movie has been vetoed. 7 movies.
Number 7.
The Girl with All the Gifts.
Ooh, that was a good one.
What?
Good movie. Good movie.
What is this? Is it like a superhero movie?
It's
No.
a zombie movie.
Go pick the movie. Give the elevator pitch.
It's just Tony's movie.
Remember last week you said you had to start making dorkier elevator pitches.
Good, at least, he said.
Who said that?
You.
Oh, well, if you like zombies and you like half-breed zombies, this is the movie for you.
Nice. Does anyone want to veto The Girl with All the Gifts?
By anyone, only Chad. He's the only one with the veto left.
Does Chad want to veto?
No,
Chad's,
I'm fine. I haven't seen it. I have not seen it.
I don't think Chad's going to veto any movies.
Oh, I hope he vetoes his own movies.
Chad, I want to tell you, these don't roll over. You lose them at the end of the year.
How much?
No, what are you trying to convince him to veto? Like we have like 4 or 5 months left.
Don't tell him that on my movie.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, Shot Caller was your movie.
Yeah, so.
Hey Chad, these don't roll over.
No, I'm fine. I it sounds cool.
All right, next week we're gonna watch The Girl with All the Gifts.
I believe it's on Netflix.
Cool.
Cool beans.
Dude, you just saw Shot Caller.
Who's calling the shots?
Guards left the room. We're bottom bunk, middle of the row.
I'm fully asleep. I don't even want to hear him right now.
Don't make eye contact with the bubbles.
Who wants to pop a bubble? That's what I'm saying.